I'm Priya, and I'm a certified access consciousness facilitator. I do lots of other things, and my interest currently is in how do we change the situation where people are actually taking an extreme state of suicide or extreme end of what depression is leading them to, giving up on their hopes and dreams. And I've been interviewing a lot of people, and Sharad is also there today with me, and he is an actor, he's a singer, and he is also an access consciousness bars facilitator. And I've seen him doing lots of things, and with the kind of profile that he has really done something different about the way he is in the industry. And I wanted to know, what is that about him, what is he doing different from other people, and how is he able to sustain there without having to go to drugs or any form of something extreme. So Sharad, would you like to talk about that, like how's
Yeah,
your
hi
life?
Priya. Thanks for having me on your chatting with me and having me here. Priya, so I think that so I've been in the industry for a while. I've been here for about 15 years almost, and it is something that we make a choice to be in this industry. So all this thing of the industry being a very difficult place and all that is something that we already know, and we have made a choice to come here. But what happens is when you come here and you see a lot of things that are not so uh, easy or pleasant, then you start complaining and cribbing about it. So what I feel is that access and all the other stuff that I've been doing has given me this foundation of looking inwards actually. Okay, so when we are an actor or a singer, we have a lot of things going on, and there are a lot of people judging you, or like there's a lot of you are dependent. You're as a freelancer, you're dependent on someone else to give you work apparently. Okay, but when you do access or you do other modalities, you know that actually you are taking the power back into your own hands, and that is very empowering. So yes, there are issues in every industry, and there is this whole thing of
True.
quick success and fame, and
True.
sometimes you have friends who are not who may not be very genuine. You have to
Yeah.
make that choice. So
Yes.
yes, there are challenges, but I think if you have a strong foundation, if you have your inner core is strong, then
Yes.
you're just going to take it in your stride. And that's why it's very important for people to talk about how they're feeling, and then what can they do next about how they're feeling, rather than just saying, okay, this is how I'm feeling, crib about it, complain about it, or take the support of drugs or something, which I feel is a escapist attitude, and that
Yeah.
really doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have fortunately found access. There are so many people who have not found it. So would you like to share some of your, the foundation that you talk about, the way you took control of your life rather than someone else dictating what should be there for your life and for your work, or what should be created for you. So it's like you have the control. So would you like to talk more about that? Like, how did you change the whole?
Yeah, so the first thing is that when the industry, when you face a rejection, so it's not personal many times. It's the
Yes.
rejection is not personal. It's
Yeah.
somebody's chosen somebody else for a role.
Yeah.
Okay, but because we are the product, so we
Mm.
can tend to take it very personally. Like if I was selling something else, I
Yeah.
would say, okay, this person doesn't want this water purifier. But when it comes to me selling myself as a product, I
Yeah.
can take it very personally. So one thing is to be detached from that role
Mm.
of being an actor, and really working on who you are as a human being, and that's where all these the energy processes, healing processes, meditation, or whatever work you do comes in handy, because it helps you to work on yourself. Now, most people, many people, I won't say most people, I don't know, but many people don't really pay attention to the inner work that one needs to do on oneself,
Yeah.
because that is the foundation, and that will also make you a better actor, perhaps. Be open to feedback, be open to what you are doing wrong or right or whatever. How can you enhance your skills? So
Yeah.
I think the foundation, if people start really, you know, really going within, that can help in all areas of one's life, whether it's an actor or any other industry. Freelancing is a little difficult because, there's a lot of insecurity or a lot of uncertainty. You don't know when your next role will come or when your next song will come. And apparently people are, also using techniques like, be nice to each other because you can get work and all that. And, that trying to butter up people, which I've never understood, because somewhere I've always had this thing that,
It's a
just work on your skill and put it out there, and
yeah.
then whoever has to take you will take you.
Wonderful. That is wonderful that, you being there for 15 years and having gone through all of this have come to this maturity level where you speak so clearly about all of this. And that's more important because, yes, it could be a slippery slope sometimes if you don't hold on to yourself, right? And most of them are your thoughts. So thank you so much for that. And you spoke a little bit about the rejection part, right? And that's what I think takes people down because they face people like you who are in the limelight face a lot of judgments compared to most others because I could be just sitting in front of computer and creating videos and all of that, but you have to face people like the level of judgment that you have to receive is a lot. So do you want to talk a little bit about that?
So what happens? It's not sometimes it's not a very kind space to be in, because you meet all these actors at the same audition, and they're all vying for the same role.
Yes.
And sometimes they will just come and be extremely unkind, and or you're performing in front of a number of people, you're auditioning, and everybody's looking at you and hoping that you don't do too well. So yes, many actors are very sensitive, and they will sense all this happening. So yes, the systems need to get better so that they're more comfortable for people to perform better. But I feel that again, it all boils down to inner work. Like
Yes.
if I have an equation with myself, and if I make goals for myself and I really focus on that, whether it's your own working on yourself inwards, or whether it's your skill, if my only focus is myself,
Yeah.
and yes, I can get inspired by other people, then I won't really focus so much on what others are saying.
Yeah.
Again, this whole see what may happen is a group of people may get together and say that oh, this role is, there's an audition happening here and it's a fantastic role, it's a dream role, and they'll you'll build up your hopes, and then you'll go there, and then you might get somebody might just be extremely rude to you, and you've gone with this expectation of at least doing your best, and then your mood completely gets spoiled. So that's happened to all of us. And again, I really feel that today I don't really care about someone else saying something about me. I will take that feedback, but I'm not going to take it to my heart. I won't say like, oh, I'm not good enough or something, because
We all
you
have
know
the
how
good,
you
the
are.
bad, and ugly, right?
Sorry.
We all have the good, the bad, and the ugly. So
Yeah.
about acknowledging that, yeah, this is part of me which is not so nice. Okay, what else do I have?
No, and it may not even be true, because somebody may be having a bad day and they may just come down heavy. Like, when a casting director is auditioning 200 people in a day or 300 people in a day, they may not be in the best of the mood. So they
Yes.
might just lose their patience and take it out on you. So
It's
it's not personal actually sometimes,
I
but we take it personally because we had that hopes on that role, and
hmm.
maybe an actor's not done something for a couple of months and they're saying, oh, I really need to get this. So there's a sense of neediness, a sense of desperation. Now we really need to work on this whole needy energy, the desperate energy, because that doesn't get you anything.
Yeah. So do you suggest actors should also look at other revenue streams, adding a lot of other things in their life so that they don't look at acting as the only source of income and put this
So
pressure?
having another profession always helps. I think I've seen a lot of people who, like, ever since I started, doing bar sessions and teaching Access, I think my energy changed, and there was another source of income. So it was not that, oh, I really have to do every role that I'm getting. I used to ask questions. I used to say, okay, and then I say, hey, I don't think this role is really interesting, because I was enjoying. I am still. I mean, not was. I still am enjoying Access and sessions and teaching. So it's like I had to choose that, okay, this role is not so interesting, so I'll continue. Like maybe I'll create a class or something. So I think another profession helps, and I think actors, till the time they're really spending all the time acting, they can look at doing something else also that will really change the energy, and it gives you that extra source of income. So I think that
Yeah. Wonderful.
eases you out.
Yeah, eases you. That's
Yeah.
that's a pragmatic thing to do. And what else you would like to add from your side, like, something that would contribute to the entire world who's probably not so clear as you?
So I would just tell everyone that, reach out to, you know, people around you, but reach out to the ones who can help you. Because, I think, say, if I have a friend who doesn't know any better, and if I reach out to him, of course, he can listen to me and I can feel better. But if he gives me some advice, like, let's all do drugs or something, so that is actually counterproductive. So,
Yes,
one must know who to reach out to when one needs to, and one should not be so attached to the image that one doesn't reach out. Like, so it's okay if you're an actor, but you're a human being actually first, and it's important to really that human being needs to be happy. And if that human being is reaching out and saying that I need help, there's nothing wrong with that. So don't really care about judgments of people. And it's a very harsh world nowadays, because actors are, under scrutiny all the time. There are trolls, and there are people who look at everything, little move they make, and whatever clothes they're wearing, who are they hanging out with. So of course, one needs to just ignore so many things. But then if you're feeling bad about it, then you must reach out to someone who can help you at that time, and you must make friends who are really somebody who can contribute to your life, who can really add to your life, help you at that time. So that's
yes.
something I'd really like to share.
And Sharad, I love that you said all of this, because this is one of the important things where people don't reach out. And I know it again stems from the inner foundation that I'm too big enough to be asking for help, or how can I ask for help? Who would really help me? Or these kind of other judgments come into picture, and that's where people don't reach out. And it's important to know that those limitations are just lies. They're not real. Beyond that is happiness for you. So go reach out
Yeah.
to that instead of looking at these immediate limitations that you have in your head. So thank you for sharing that. Anything else that just comes randomly to your head that you would just like to share and change people's world?
Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of reading during this lockdown period, and a lot of, I've been listening to audiobooks and everything, and I've done some courses online and all. So I just felt that, when you make your identity as the actor, or any profession, then it becomes a little difficult, because, your main identity is, okay, I'm an actor.
Yes.
And then, I have an image, and then, I can't spoil my image. So, of course, we have to keep that image, and whoever's PR and all working for that image. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to go completely out of that image, but it's one of the roles in your life. So, again, come back to who am I, and if I need help right now, reach out. And then the actor part can be one of the roles I'm playing. Don't make it your main identity, because then the ups and downs are something that is very difficult to deal with. So that's what I want to share.
That's a wonderful share. Thank you for saying all of it.
Thanks.
And it means a lot. I know for some people who are listening to this right now, or would be listening to in the future, because we are recording it. So thank you, Sharad. And this was a wonderful, wonderful session. And I wish you loads and loads of possibilities and success in your life. And I know you have capacity to do that. You are a potent being. And
Thank you for
we
thank you
discovered.
for having me. Actually,
Thank you so much. This
I
is
think it's very kind of you to do this chat, because you have that concern, and you want to be there for people, and I think that's why you're doing this chat. So we really need more kind people in this world, and who can reach out. You're actually reaching out to people. Like, if people are not reaching out, you're there to tell them that you can reach out. So that's a wonderful thing. Also. So thanks for doing that.
thank you, Sharad. And I really appreciate your time today. And
आया भला झूले लालण सुंदड़ी दा सेवड़ दा सखी शाबाज कलंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दा